Welcome to Dinar Info News, your trusted source for the latest updates and critical information on currency exchanges, especially focused on the Iraqi dinar, Vietnamese dong, and other emerging market currencies. We bring you timely news, expert analysis, and insider information to help you make informed decisions in this fast-changing financial environment. Today, we have a breaking update that is creating a stir in the currency investment community. A red alert has just come in from a verified U.S. bank insider confirming the imminent opening of an exchange window for both the Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese dong. This development has the potential to drastically change the landscape for investors holding these currencies. It's crucial you understand what this means, how it impacts you, and why you must act now to position yourself strategically. For years, investors have been watching the Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese dong with a mix of hope, skepticism, and patience. These currencies have been under the radar for most mainstream financial institutions, largely due to the political and economic instability in their respective countries. However, insider reports indicate that the U.S. banking system, which has long been monitoring these currencies behind the scenes, is now preparing to open a controlled exchange window. This means a legitimate, official channel will soon be available for holders of the dinar and dong to convert their currency holdings at a fixed, more favorable rate, marking a pivotal shift from the speculative market to a regulated environment. The implications of this are enormous, as many investors have been waiting for just such an opportunity to unlock the true value of their holdings. The confirmation comes from a highly credible source within one of the top U.S. financial institutions, someone with direct knowledge of the government's coordination with banking partners to facilitate this exchange. According to this insider, the U.S. Treasury and Federal Reserve have been collaborating with Iraqi and Vietnamese financial authorities to ensure a smooth transition and exchange process. This collaboration aims to prevent the kind of market chaos that might otherwise accompany a sudden surge in currency exchange activity. By opening this official window, they intend to provide security, transparency, and credibility to the process, which will reassure hesitant investors and stabilize market sentiment. Now, you might be wondering why this exchange window is opening. At this particular moment, the answer lies in the shifting geopolitical and economic landscape of the region and the global economy. Iraq has been making steady progress in stabilizing its government and economy after years of conflict and uncertainty. The Iraqi central bank has introduced reforms to enhance transparency and control inflation. Simultaneously, Vietnam's economy has been growing rapidly, transitioning from a developing market to a more open and exporter-driven economy. The Vietnamese government, together with its central bank, has been working on internationalizing the dong, aiming to attract foreign investment and strengthen the currency's global standing. These positive developments have created the right environment for international banking institutions to step in and facilitate currency exchanges that were previously too risky or complex. The U.S. bank insider also revealed that the exchange window will not be open indefinitely. It is expected to be a limited-time opportunity, designed to capture the surge of interest and provide an orderly framework for currency conversion. This means timing is everything for holders of the Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese dong. Delays in acting could result in missing out on the official window, forcing investors to resort to less favorable unofficial markets where rates are often less advantageous and risk is significantly higher. The insider emphasized the importance of preparing your documentation, verifying your holdings, and consulting with financial advisors who understand the nuances of these currencies and the upcoming exchange procedures. Furthermore, this news addresses a major concern many investors have had regarding the legitimacy and safety of exchanging their currencies. Until now, the absence of a formal exchange mechanism has led to uncertainty and vulnerability to scams. The confirmation of this official exchange window essentially removes much of that risk, providing a safe channel backed by the highest levels of government and banking authorities. This step not only protects investors but also paves the way for increased confidence in these emerging market currencies, potentially driving further investment and economic growth in the countries involved. In addition to the exchange window itself, the insider report mentioned accompanying support measures, such as educational initiatives and helplines to assist currency holders throughout the process. These resources will help investors navigate the exchange, understand the paperwork involved, and comply with regulatory requirements. They are designed to create a user-friendly experience and prevent misinformation or confusion that could delay or jeopardize successful conversions. If you hold Iraqi dinar or Vietnamese dong, it is advisable to stay tuned to official channels and updates from reliable sources like Dinar Info News to access these support tools as soon as they become available. It is important to note that, while this news is highly encouraging, it should not be interpreted as a guaranteed immediate windfall or an overnight financial miracle. Currency exchanges, especially those involving emerging markets, are complex and involve multiple factors including exchange rates, inflation rates, international trade agreements, and political developments. The opening of this exchange window signals that the process is moving forward and that tangible steps are being taken. But prudent investors must remain patient and informed. This moment represents an opportunity to transition from speculation to legitimate conversion, a critical milestone on the path to potential returns. Many in the Dinar and Dong communities have long awaited such a breakthrough, often hearing rumors, predictions, and partial information. This insider confirmation adds a new level of credibility and urgency. It's no longer just talk, it's happening. The official window means that financial institutions are ready and that the framework for exchange is established. This changes the playing field dramatically and calls for serious preparation. It also means the rumor mills will accelerate, so it's essential to rely on trusted, verifiable sources to avoid falling prey to false claims or scams promising instant riches. For those who are new to this currency investment space, it's worth briefly explaining why the Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese dong have drawn so much attention. Both currencies have historically been undervalued on the global market, largely due to the economic and political challenges in their home countries. Investors saw this as a higher-risk, higher-reward opportunity, betting that if these countries stabilize and open up to global markets, their currencies would revalue significantly. The Iraqi dinar, in particular, has been the subject of intense speculation given Iraq's oil wealth and rebuilding efforts. Similarly, Vietnam's rapid economic growth and integration into global trade networks have made the dong a currency to watch. Now, with this exchange window opening, those speculations are shifting towards actionable steps. So, what should you do if you hold Iraqi dinar or Vietnamese dong? First, verify your holdings carefully. Ensure your currency is authentic and documented properly, as the official exchange process will require proof of ownership and legitimacy. Second, begin gathering any necessary identification and paperwork that may be requested by financial institutions or government agencies involved in the exchange. Third, consult with financial advisors or experts who are familiar with the process and can help you navigate tax implications, timing, and strategic considerations. Fourth, avoid rushing into unofficial exchange offers or paying fees to unknown intermediaries. The official window will provide a secure and regulated option. Another critical point to highlight is that while the exchange window is opening in the US, it will likely involve collaboration with banks and financial institutions worldwide. This is part of a broader effort to integrate emerging market currencies into the global financial system more transparently and efficiently. For international investors, this means increased accessibility and potentially better exchange rates, but also the need to comply with international regulations and reporting standards. Staying informed about these requirements will be vital to maximizing the benefits of this opportunity. The insider report also hinted at possible future developments that could follow this exchange window. For instance, increased liquidity in the Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese dong markets could encourage new financial products, such as derivatives or investment funds, focused on these currencies. Additionally, there may be enhanced cooperation between the U.S. and these countries on economic development projects that stabilize and strengthen their currencies further. While these are longer-term prospects, they underscore the strategic significance of this moment and why it merits serious attention from investors and policymakers alike. As we close this update, it's clear that the opening of the exchange window is a landmark event for the Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese dong communities worldwide. It's an opportunity to move from speculation to reality, to convert hope into tangible value, and to participate in the broader integration of these currencies into the global financial system. However, this opportunity also